I've done videos about Dimensions kits and Riolis kits and the Russian kit with a name I can't pronounce and some of my vintage rural kits. So I decided that maybe it was time I did a video about the Design Works kits and what I think of those. Let's start with I love cross stitch kits. I do buy patterns separately and kit them up, but there's something about kits that I really like. It's having everything right there and ready to go. So I have 3 of these Design Works kits because I like the designs. I bought the one with the cats and the quilt at Hobby Lobby, and this Quilting Alphabet and Dockside Quilts, I believe, both came off of Amazon. A couple of years ago, I started, this has a name, Stitching ABC for Stitch Mania, and did not make it very far because Stitch Mania, that's how that works, but I definitely did form some opinions about the kit. The Aida that comes with it is very stiff. Once it is on my Q-snaps, whether it is stiff or not really does not bug me, especially if it is a full coverage piece. So the Aida doesn't feel as nice, but for me that is not a deal breaker. The floss that comes with these, when I first opened this kit, I was intimidated. Not as intimidated as I am by the really old school kits with that bundle of floss you have to sort yourself, but a little intimidated. What it took me a while to figure out is, and I will show you the note here on the pattern, they're on the order of this organizer in the same order that they are listed in the pattern. They also, in the pattern, have DMC numbers. So if you're matching up with a DMC color card, this is easy peasy. I will say that this floss, whatever it is most definitely not DMC. The kit says it may not be DMC, but I would bet the farm that it's not. And whatever this is, it is not as great as the stuff that comes with Dimensions kits, which I hear is not as great as DMC. I am not terribly finicky when it comes with my floss, but I do notice the difference with this stuff. And I will say that when I compare, this is the floss from Stitching ABC. When I compared it to the floss with Dockside Quilts, which I have not started stitching yet, I think they feel slightly different. And these kits were both bought within a year or so of each other, so I don't know what that means or if it is at all in my head. The one thing that I hate about the kit for Stitching ABC, the pattern isn't gridded. It doesn't have grid lines, and as someone who grids my fabric, I want lines on my pattern to match up with that. When I pulled open Dockside Quilts, which I had put off starting because of the not wanting to deal with grid lines, it has grid lines. And so does Rocking Chair Kittens. So I'm not sure what that means. If some of them do have grid lines and some of them don't, I guess the answer would be to ask around and maybe see who's already stitched the project and whether it has lines or not. I really want to do Dockside Quilts, and I was at the point where I was going to draw the grid lines on that pattern myself. This one, I think I can make it work if I count and recount the lines around the different letters. I'm somewhat hopeful that I can make this happen. Let me know, have you worked with a Design Works kit? This is as far as I've gotten on my first one, and I will stitch it. I am definitely not one of those stitchers who buys the kit and then replaces the fabric and floss, because I'm way too cheap for that unless something has gone wrong or I'm buying a secondhand kit that doesn't have the fabric and floss. But if I buy a new kit, I'm probably going to use it the way it came out of the packaging. So I can't speak to whether or not they come with enough floss, but they give you DMC numbers, and that is more than good enough for me. If I get going on this one again, I'll let you know in future FlossTube videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle. I'll be back with you again with more videos soon.